Hey everybody, thanks for joining us and welcome to the 26th edition of Fight Like the Movies, the tutorial series where we study cinema's most epic fight scenes and employ what we discover to develop a deeper understanding of film combat. I'm your instructor TJ Cencula, and this week's lesson, The Mummy, a 1999 film directed by Stephen Sommers, stunt coordination by Simon Crane. Grab your mummy gauze and roll it. When The Mummy first released, it broke new ground with special effects. It really opened the eyes of audiences to what was possible in a new digital age. There were phenomenal face warp effects, extremely convincing computer-generated mummies that moved like real people, they looked like real people, only scarier, and a lot more control over the way that they interacted with the live-action talent. The really impressive thing, if you watch closely, is how seamlessly the filmmakers transition between live stunt performers, computer-generated mummies and monsters, and practical puppets or dummies. They're woven together in this beautiful tapestry of violence. There are some sequences where we see Brendan Fraser fighting actual human stunt guys, and other extended sequences where the opponents he's taking out are not even there. It wouldn't surprise me if filmmakers deliberately gave Brendan Fraser's character a longer sword that kind of favored the length of a broadsword to better match up with opponents that he wasn't actually interacting with, so it allowed for a little more latitude when compositing elements together in post. Filmmakers took full advantage of the fact that when you're using computer-generated mummies, it allows you to move them in ways that actual people can't really move. It also allows filmmakers to enable our hero to dismember these opponents in ways that you really couldn't practically achieve with live human beings. So we figure the actor is really tapping into his inner imagination and having to bring these monsters to life in his own mind, trusting that in the post-production process, filmmakers are going to fill in the gaps. Mummies are on the loose. Let's meet the brave souls ready to take them on. There's only one thing we're guaranteed to find when we take the lid off that sarcophagus: action. The assignment for this class had a very concentrated focus. We wanted to do a fight between two warriors who both had conflicting agendas but ultimately would have to team up to take out a much bigger foe. The first fight is practical and it takes place between the two stunt performers. Then after that they start to realize they are being overrun by these mummies. The only tricky part is these mummies for our scene are not really there. So when we asked the class to participate in this little mummy showdown, we were actually asking them to really unlock their inner imagination and do the moves as if there were going to be mummies there. This becomes increasingly challenging when you have interaction that involves these other non-practical elements. It means that you really need to be spot on with all of your moves, and you need to have the full-on commitment as if you are really engaged with another person or object or thing or monster, but you're really just pretending it's there. There are a lot of different ways to achieve this. Sometimes you'll see men in motion capture suits that will later be digitally replaced with whatever opponent you're supposed to be facing. Sometimes you just fight another stunt guy who has post-production enhancements. Sometimes you have to do it completely on your own, and that was the circumstances thrust onto our class today. So their primary concern becomes specificity with targets and spacing. They need to ensure that not only are they allowing enough room for their invisible opponent to occupy the space, but they also need to make sure that they are proximal to each other in the way where when they have mutual interaction with these theoretical monsters, it's going to line up once those monsters get put in. Most of the time, you are usually actually interacting with another person. So when you subtract that other person from the configuration, all of the onus is on you to ensure the highest quality of performance. So what you really need to do is make sure that you are engaged and committed and take advantage of some of the benefits of not having another person there, i.e. you don't need to protect somebody, which really allows you to unleash your full power and let yourself be completely committed all the way so that the integrity of the performance is as real and believable as can be, even though you're going to be combined with some unbelievable elements later.
I spent 3,000 years trying to prevent people from waking up their mummies, and you come in here with your crazy hemp girlfriend, and all of a sudden mummies everywhere!
You look really good for 3,000 years old.
Oh, thank you. I spent a lot of time grooming in the Oasis.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Oh well. buddy, this is a nice looking place you got here.
Thank you, thank you.
And good job, nailing that one down. Yeah, Is this your baby?
Yes.
Wow.
We are so proud.
Yeah, wow.
Say hi to Daddy's old friend.
Hi. No? Okay, that's fine too. I'm glad that whole monster thing's behind you, because I really couldn't handle another bout of that.
Yes, that was certainly very bad.
What?
Special thanks to Taylor Jeffers for helping me take out those mummies, and special thanks to my mummies, Harris Markson and Edward Gus. And special thanks to my wife and daughter for being my movie mummy family. And that is a wrap. Thanks for watching Fight Like the Movies. Now, the resurrection of ancient mummy killers is really serious business, and we need your help. I want you to imagine your bestest friend, your most trusted ally, your partner in crime. I'm talking about the person you want standing by your side at the end of days when the ancient world mummies are taking over the world. You got them? All right. Now share this video with them. You can also tell them to follow us on Facebook, where they can interact with the class, see behind the scenes footage, and check out the schedule for the last remaining episodes of Fight Like the Movies. We also want all of you to connect with us on Twitter and Instagram at Warrior Showdown. And we know there are only a few sessions left, but consider this your personal invitation to join us at Swordplay Studios in Burbank, California, Wednesday night from 8:30 to 10 p.m. so that you can participate and fight like the movies. It doesn't matter if you're a 10-time black belt sword fighting expert or if you have never picked up a sword in your life. All skill levels are welcome. We'd love to see you there. And